Welcome, everyone, to the Quantum Frequency for Divination. I'm Amanda, the Divine Mystic. Today, I'm going to be doing a general reading for all of you, so stay tuned. Okay, we have remedy, set right, an undesirable situation. Something needs to get fixed. Something that may be long overdue. And also, what the natural remedy is kind of depicted in this card, it may also be that the typical fix, like hammer and nails, aren't going to fix this sort of thing. This has to be fixed through like careful calculations, or devising the right sort of remedy that's going to work in the situation. Like I said, hammer and nails are not going to work here. Something much softer has to take place. We have grant, agree or give, allow, something requested too. So being granted the permission to fix this as well. Somebody could be standing in your way of trying to fix something, even though it's really not all that justified. And then we do have destiny. So things are playing out exactly as it is that they are supposed to. Some of you, there's a lot of stress associated with this remedy card, and a lot of healing that needs to happen. But as that healing happens, it's like things kind of come through for you, grants are being granted, and destiny is kind of unfolding in that sense. But if you're stuck in this remedy mode, you're likely overthinking things just a little bit here, because there's a lot of worry. There's a discrepancy, right? Like the shoe is on the other foot. What am I going to do? Can I walk in these shoes? These sorts of things is kind of what it is that you're worried about. But also in the person who might be standing in your way, or like somebody who you attached yourself to sort of initially. This is where this discrepancy is kind of coming in a little bit. This person is not saying the same things now as they did in the beginning, and it's like with the fortune cookies. Okay, I'm just gonna pull one out and I'm gonna say what that says. I'm gonna pull one out and I'm gonna say what that says. So very fly by night energy. There's not a lot of planning that's going into it. Not on your side, because you're here. You have all the oils, the herbs, everything you need to kind of put it into this remedy situation, and you're willing to do it. But again, it's like somebody's not giving you permission to go ahead and do it. They would rather you do things their way, and it's black and white, red and white. There's a complete difference of opinions that are at play with this, right? And you're trying to figure out where exactly it is that you fit into the situation. There's a lot of talking going on, reporting another's wrongdoing, and that's not you. That's not you. But what's around you is all this gossip and all of these, we're picking things out of a hat here. Like there's details that are being overlooked, and it's like this person has a mouth, not a brain. So what it is that they're saying really isn't of value to the situation. It's not going to fix things, right? Their words are not going to fix things. Their words are making things worse. Is what it is. And then with the two shoes, it's like, okay, do I stay or do I go? Is it worth holding on to this? Because the remedy is there. So it's like, it could be a good thing. But again, is this person really telling the truth? Is this person really going to be thorough in what they're saying? Are they going to admit faults when they need to admit faults? Not likely. They have a bit of an ego kind of associated with them. And then bounty. What is this going to cost? Right? What is all of this going to cost? I think is kind of part of that reality here. But with that being said, I also do see a destiny on your side that's going to result in an increase or a sum. So this could be like winning a judgment, that sort of thing. Okay. But deciding whether or not that this person who's the one telling you all of this is actually being truthful. Yeah, stop, pay, toll. So ultimately, again, what is the cost of this? And this person is trying to lay off the cost to everyone else, right? Okay, well, this cost, but then they're not really speaking up for their own costs and what they have sort of done here, right? With this genie card and in this kind of environment. Right? They're like, okay, well, this one was this, and this one was this, and this one was this. But there's missing. It's like there could be money missing out of this. And it's like, where did it go? what is the justification? And it's like blah 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 blah. It's a lot of talk, no answers. No answers. So you are definitely looking through this like, okay, well, I know, you know what you know, right? With the remedy, that resonates, and having like kind of extended knowledge or hidden knowledge, like knowledge that you haven't shared with somebody else because you don't know what side they're on. So you want to keep this knowledge hidden, and kind of play a back role to things. Well, this is kind of going on, rapport. So like there's two people involved in this. And these two people just aren't taking things seriously. They think that they can just talk their way out of things, right? And they're scheming and they're planning and they're laughing. And they're trying to throw you under the bus in a lot of ways, right? But there's a lot at stake, especially for you. Yeah, and we have validation, reality check ahead. So they're going to be made aware of their faults, that's for damn sure. But it's not going to be, they're not going to win in the strategy that they have. And so for that reason, it looks like you are really best off to protect yourself against these people in particular, right? It's like, okay, we've known each other for so long, all of these things, you don't stand a chance against us, these things, right? And again, like, know your own power, guys. Know your own power, because you absolutely have a power against these people, because these people have no power. They may look powerful, they may sound powerful, they may wear suits, they may wear the doctor's stethoscope. So it could be like medical, but either way, like, they look important, but it's a farce. It's an absolute farce. They're putting on a show, and it's because what lies beneath, like, there's a huge cost expense that has been unaccounted for in some sense. And ultimately, I look at this as sort of like there could have been, like, okay, we invested all this money in this one thing, we got nothing back, this is why, but they're trying to talk their way out of it. Excuse me. But it's not getting them to where it is that they need to be. You, on the other hand, are a much smarter person, far more strategic than this, right? This isn't all about looks. This is all about, the bones of things, right? You can make things look as good as you want, but it doesn't mean anything if there's not actually a physical manifestation of something, right? And with the fees here, it's like, okay, they're trying to justify the fees under whatever this is, this BS that's coming out of their mouth. That's how they're trying to justify this. But in reality, that's not what it is, right? Like, these two different shoes, the discrepancies, it's really important to look at the fine details. Boots on the ground. What happened? Excuse me. And for you, it's like you're going to be called into a situation where you need to take a little bit of charge here in regards to this. And these people are truly doing everything that they can to belittle you, to diminish you, and to make it so that you don't feel powerful enough to take them on. But they will learn. These smiles will be wiped right off of their face, right? The genie comes in kind of imposing destiny upon the situation. So this is something that these people are absolutely meant to go through. This reality check needs to hit them hard, because the way that they're doing things just isn't aligned with how things should be. It's not bringing in the harvest that was expected. So for some of you, this could be also that you were promised a certain amount of money and that money didn't transpire because this person didn't have it, right? Like, they're pretending like it's all good, like everything that we need is there, everything is in our favor, we don't have to worry about anything. Yeah, right. Just blah, 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 right? It is really like all of the only thing that this person's about. Yeah, it's going to be like a twist. There's a shocking factor with this. I think the shock is going to be the realization, because throughout this, right, you have an intuition on how things are in this remedy, this deep sense of knowing, okay, but you didn't really expect it. So it's a bit of a twist or a shock when it actually comes out and it's like, oh, it actually was that. And then there's this whole like, why didn't I listen to myself? And moreover, why didn't I listen to them? Right? Like, and what you're seeing is what they're saying is what is written tend to be two different things. And it's like you have the playbook on this, right? So there could be like a business plan or something involved in this. And you're like, whoa. Now I'm looking at these details going, what the F is this, right? Like finding out exactly what's behind it. Like, where is that harvest coming from? What is it that they're actually harvesting? Because whatever show they're putting on is not where it's coming in from. And that's sort of the reality of it. Volition. You have free will in this matter. You do not have to go down on this ship with these people because you don't have a seat on this boat, right? But they've put you in a position where they try to make it that you are the captain. You're the one steering the ship type thing, right? Because again, anything that they can do to escape responsibility off of themselves, they are doing. And it's not working. It's becoming very, very apparent. I think that there's a lot of people involved in this, and they are also seeing through this transparency, right? Like these two that we kind of went in on, they were clowns. We should have seen it. We didn't see it. And again, how do we get out of it? But there is some like contract or something that's part of this that makes it a little difficult to get out of. Yeah, prominent person. So you could have some prominence in the situation. You could also be dealing with somebody who's very prominent, and they're trying to, again, flex their power type energy, but you are the one with the power. You are the one with the prominence, but you don't want to be the face of this, right? You tried that. It didn't work. Right? No matter how much good energy you put ahead, right? Like, look at the green, like so enthusiastic about it. So, great presentation type thing. But like now you're just seeing that this is not wish fulfillment for you. This is wish fulfillment for them. And again, it's a big talk, right? But then again, trying to leave it, it's like, oh yeah, well actually, if you leave, then there's this much owed, right? Because again, this is all about like, how do we make up for this lost money? Type thing, but they never had it in the beginning. That's the thing. They never had it in the beginning. They maybe forged some books, forged some numbers, made it seem as though, right? Like, it's like, okay, great, we have this much and so forth. We have this, and this, and none of it's there, right? So that's where the twist is coming from. Like, okay, well, where is it? Why are you showing me this when it's actually that, right? And they're like, oh, ha, 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 and trying to joke it off. They're trying to just make a big joke out of it, like it was never a big thing to begin with. And you're like, no, hold on. I have this. You have a lot of reputation, something that you kind of lean on a little bit, and that's kind of why they wanted you in the first place. But you aren't willing to allow them to destroy this reputation, because they will. They will destroy everything in their path to try to get their bounty. But like, reality check ahead, it's not going to happen, guys. It's not going to happen. And they're going to be in absolute shock and dismay when that is true, when that just doesn't happen. Yeah, we have sidekick energy. This person is not important. They think they are, right? They think that they're the hero, that they have everything to offer, and that all of their words, people are just going to buy like hotcakes. Like, yes, we'll just, we'll say one word and then they'll buy 50 words and things like this. So this could have to do with like writing or something to that effect, where like the amount of words are actually worth something. But ultimately you're the one with the prominence, right? You're the one who has the ability to make or break these people. And you aren't for making them. You aren't for making them. Not when they treated you like this, right? Like they really truly did not treat you well. They treated you like a pawn. They treated you like, oh, okay, they could just wave you in front of people and people would be bedazzled by you, and, you know, want to jump in on this. And then there was like a halt. Like, just, again, reality set in, things aren't working, and so forth. But we do have the prevail card. So this is indicative, guys, that you guys are going to be prevailing in this situation. Your prominence will be recognized. Your public stature will also be recognized. And again, what they're trying to do to bring you down isn't going to work. I think that their motives are going to be seen. It's going to be very obvious, excuse me, that their words are lies and not of actual value, because you can say one thing, but what does it say in the book? What does it say on paper? Right, with that twist, and it's like, oh, that's right. Oh, yeah, that's right. I did say that type thing, right? Like, it's gonna absolutely wipe the smile off of their face, and it's going to elevate you beyond what this was, right? Because I think when you took this, it was a very good opportunity, and you felt as though it was going to advance you in some way, but again, as that played out, there really was nothing, like, there was nothing to grab onto, right? Like, these people are grasping on straws. And it's like, through this prevailing, you're going to become more prominent, more widely known in some way. Because you have the skills, you have the talent, and you have the knowledge now as well. Like, perhaps this is something you didn't know before, but you are working with somebody who is giving you the knowledge that you need. Somebody who is very much someone who you look up to, someone who you're probably intimidated by. But when you listen to their words and you listen to how they talk, that inspiration finds you. And it's like, oh, okay, I can do this now, and I can do this now, and I can do this better type thing, right? And that's, again, part of your destiny here, is to kind of fulfill that and to step into that role more and more and more. Not to let the man get you down. Because, I mean, these are two men in these cards. But, I mean, could be male, could be female. It doesn't really matter. But either way, like, it's a man's world. And as a woman, you could be stepping into that. And take the genders how you resonate with them. But ultimately, yeah, these people are in your back seat now, and soon they're going to be in your rear view. Basically, they're in your back seat because they're not going to let go anytime soon, right? They really don't want to lose you because of what you have to offer and what you can bring in. But you're happy to bring yours to the table, as long as they are matching you on that level, and the level that they promised you as well too, right? Like, in that twist, there's a book, there was written words that were like, okay, you were promised this, but actually, you got into this, right? So there's a misrepresentation at best, at worst a fraud, right? But yeah, these people, I think in the report card, they knew what they were doing. They were loving every minute of it, very, very closely tied together. So business partners, perhaps, and they knew exactly what it was that they're doing, but they're trying to play dumb now, and it's really not going to work. Yeah, I think with the perception card here, again, we presented this, but actually it was this, right? Like, this one here is nourished, it's flourishing, growing. This one here is a desert with a drought, in a sense, right? Like, things just aren't coming through, right? Again, and this is for you to see this full, like, part of your destiny. You were meant to be on this path. You were meant to be kind of engaged with these people, engaged in the situation, and forced into the driver's seat, finding them in the back seat, and you're going to be the one that actually takes them down instead of them taking you down, which they are absolutely trying to do. Okay, everyone, that concludes the reading for today. I hope the video has resonated. If so, like, share, comment, subscribe, all of those wonderful things, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye now.